In the annals of human history and religious lore, few stories have been as captivating and symbolic as the tale of the Garden of Eden. This ancient narrative, nestled within the pages of the Book of Genesis, explores profound themes of innocence, temptation, and the emergence of sin. Today, we journey into this primordial garden to unravel the enigmatic events that led to the first sin, forever altering the course of humanity. Our story begins in a paradise created by God, a lush and verdant garden named Eden. Within its boundaries, all manner of flora and fauna flourished. In the midst of this divine creation, God placed the first humans, Adam and Eve, granting them dominion over the land. They lived in harmony with the world around them, basking in the purity and simplicity of their existence. God provided for their every need and gave them but one command. They could eat from any tree in the garden, save for one, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. To eat from this tree was to invite death and suffering into the world, a heavy price for the transgression of divine law. The tale of the first sin is as much about choice and consequence as it is about temptation and fallibility. Enter the serpent, a creature described as subtler than any other beast of the field. It approached Eve with a question that would reverberate through the ages. Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? The serpent's words sowed the seeds of doubt and curiosity within Eve, prompting her to contemplate the forbidden tree. Eve, in her innocence, responded that they could eat from any tree except the one in the midst of the garden, for if they did, they would surely die. The serpent countered with cunning assurance, "You will not surely die, for God knows that when you eat from it your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." This promise of enlightenment and godlike wisdom proved irresistible to Eve. She looked at the fruit of the forbidden tree, saw that it was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and desired to gain wisdom. Here lies the crux of the tale, the allure of forbidden knowledge and the quest for autonomy. Eve, convinced by the serpent's persuasion, took the fruit and ate it. She then gave some to Adam, who also partook. In that moment, their eyes were opened, and they realized their nakedness. Shame and fear crept into their hearts where innocence and trust once resided. The repercussions of their actions were swift and severe. When God walked through the garden, seeking their presence, Adam and Eve hid themselves, their newfound awareness of their vulnerability driving them into the shadows. When confronted, Adam blamed Eve, and Eve blamed the serpent, a cycle of blame and evasion that echoes in human behavior to this day. For their disobedience, Adam and Eve faced expulsion from Eden. God declared that henceforth they would experience toil and hardship, pain and mortality. The serpent, too, was cursed to crawl and be forever at odds with humanity. This act of defiance, this original sin, brought with it a legacy of human suffering but also of human agency. It introduced the moral compass that guides the human journey, forever wrestling with the knowledge of good and evil. Yet, the story of Eden is more than a tale of loss and punishment. It is a lesson on the nature of free will and the complexity of choice, illustrating the inherent responsibility that comes with knowledge. The narrative invites reflection on the human condition, on the perennial quest for wisdom, and on the consequences that follow our decisions. As we conclude our exploration of the Garden of Eden and the first sin, let us ponder the enduring impact of this ancient tale. It challenges us to consider the nature of temptation, the allure of the forbidden, and the profound responsibility that accompanies free will. The story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden is not merely the account of humanity's fall, but also an invitation to rise above our failings, to seek understanding, and to embrace our role as stewards of our destiny. In the end, the Garden of Eden serves as both a cautionary tale and a timeless reflection on the human soul's eternal struggle between innocence and the quest for knowledge.